shoot. Hold on. I have notes. I have notes because this is good. What is this? Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Hello. It is Maribeth Lund with the Female Fit Club. Happy Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Or whenever you're watching this, maybe you're watching it on Thursday or Saturday. I don't know. Right now, as I'm recording, it is Wednesday. But anyway, I have a quote. So good. I was listening to a motivational compilation thing. Sometimes I listen to that as I work out. And today I was listening to one by Les Brown. Are you ready? Here's the quote. And yes, I have it on a sticky note. Want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. Ready? Want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. All right, so that's what I'm talking about today. And I'm relating this to health and fitness because that's what I kind of coach on. Health and fitness, habit and accountability. So here we go. Do you want a healthy, fit body? We talk about that, right? We talk about how much we want and we wish we could, maybe fit into our skinny jeans, or how much we want to be able to play with our kids and not get out of breath, how much we want a fit and toned body. We can talk about that stuff all day. Trust me, I know. I had done it for years. But can you expect that? Can you expect a healthy, firm-toned body with a lot of energy from your current behavior? Can you expect that from your current behavior? Remember the quote, want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. So what can we expect from your current behaviors? Probably what you're getting, right? Right. So, do you want a healthy, fit, energetic body? Are your behaviors showing that you put that first? How's your diet? How's your nutrition? How's your exercise regime? Right? And you can relate this to other things that are good and healthy and fit for yourself. Do you want a happy, positive mindset? What are your behaviors to cultivate that? What are you putting in? What are you listening to? What are you watching? Does that stuff aid in a happy, healthy mindset? Just like does your actions and your nutrition and your workouts aid in a fit and firm and energetic body. Now, taking it a little bit further, we may want a healthy life for our kids, right? Well, what behaviors are we teaching them? Are we teaching them behaviors that will give them a happy, healthy, positive body and mindset? I didn't always have this. I had to take a good look at my own behaviors a couple years ago and stop just wanting and talking about everything that I wanted and really backed it up with action, because I didn't have the behaviors to get what I wanted. I know this from experience. That's why I think this quote really hit me hard. And I thought it was so good that I had to share it. And you can think about this in other ways too. Do you want and this one is for me, I want a clean and organized house. When things are clean and organized, I just feel so good. my mind feels clear. And sometimes I get frustrated that like things aren't always like that. But what are my behaviors? Can I expect a clean and organized house from my behaviors and the behaviors of those in my household? When you live with other people, you have to take that into account as well. However, what behaviors am I teaching and helping my kids with to help cultivate that feeling and that house of clean and organized, right? So you might have to help your children with their behaviors as well as your own. Lots of times too, kids learn from example. So you need to set that good example. So remember, want show up in conversation. Want show up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. And let's think about this through other people too, right? Because sometimes it's easier to grasp concepts when you think about others and not only just yourself. But there's certain people that you might expect certain behaviors from, right? Like you just know their behavior. You just expect they're going to act how they're going to act. And why? Why do you expect that? Based on their past and present behaviors. Now, that's not saying they can't change, and that's not saying you can't change, but what would make you believe someone is going to change? Their behavior, right? Because they can talk about it all they want, but you're not going to believe that. You're not going to expect anything different unless you start seeing different behaviors, right? So when we think about that with other people, we also need to turn around and think about that with ourselves. Like, how can we expect different outcomes from ourselves if we're not changing our own behaviors? This is why this quote is so good, right? Do you agree? You have to agree. So good. All right, so write it on a sticky note, post it on your mirror, but truly, truly think about that quote. Want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. Check your own behavior.